Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Ducks ready to kick it away first. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Quarterback keeps it. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, and we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. It's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows. And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. And you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible. But one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Arch going to spin it again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on 3rd and short. Using his feet. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And that's a big 3rd down stop for this defense, but they can't relax, right? They've done this a couple of times already, and they've converted 2 for 2 on 4th down. So this D's got to be ready. They got to be physical on this 4th down, and they got to get a stop. They've gotten to this point. They just hadn't been able to close the door.
They've been aggressive on 4th down. They've already converted twice, and they'll try it again. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Going to the run, it's Smothers. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Arch is going to throw for it. Got his man. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. The official says no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. You're trying to break this scoreless tie, and instead you knock it off the post.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking for a crease to the left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing more. He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Pressure coming. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Could not make his way to the corner. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass. I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and as the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football. I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral him because he's so dangerous after the catch.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Manning. Oh, he's got some space. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Looks as if he's going to run it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Longhorns perfectly happy to let him do it himself. Horns fans have seen this before. Vince Young with over 1,000 yards rushing in 2 of his 3 seasons.
I mean, he was unbelievable. Just an unbelievable physical specimen. And I think Texas fans are always looking for that next guy. Who can be the guy that can replace the Vince Young? Give me some memories like Vince Young. It's been a desert at quarterback for them for a long time. Can this be the guy with...
Unloads it downfield. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. With the catch, it's Coleman.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Longhorns need to pick it up on 4th down. 4th down, Manning. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. A give to Brown. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Blasted as he lets it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Fires to the middle. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Finding some room. Picks up the 1st down. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Look out, he's got room. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Moore to throw. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. And you just saw one there on the crossing route.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. A run for the quarterback. Maybe a crease. Heading to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Oregon. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Here's Manning to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Kearney on the jet. Touchdown, Longhorns! Rolled his way into the end zone.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he puts through the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it out. It's fair. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Moore. Here's a heat. Open space at the 25. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Moore to the air. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Stewart. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Dante Moore. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dante Moore wants to throw again. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Throwing more. Oh, they're after him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Cannot pick up the first down, but a field goal would give them the lead here late in the second quarter. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. We start with Tennessee taking on the number 8 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Volunteers, not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. Crosses midfield. The 30. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. To throw, Manning. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Last completion, picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Manning. Looking for a big play. Makes the catch down the right side. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34. And what an electrifying play. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground game on the left. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. This is a designed run. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long explosion.
There's a crease. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Moore to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Throws to the tight end. He's open on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it. But you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really...
He's got it.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
It's complete to the left. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way. But you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Arch Madness. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And, man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Now on the move. Here's a little room there. Got enough for the first. Past the 50, the 40, the 30. Running inside the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Texas.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
Coming out with it, it's Bear. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Moving past the 25. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the ground, he's got it again. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Now they'll try the right side. Might have a chance. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Texas offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Manning. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. 3rd and inches, and we'll have to wait for it as a timeout is called. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Now it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Fires to the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Quarterback making checks. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Looking down the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Running inside. It Smothers. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Here's Arch to throw. Stepping to the right. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Scoop and scored. Touchdown, Ducks.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to...
And it's blocked. He's got it, and he can go with it. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The run inside. It Smothers. Good pickup on that play. Let's give him 9 on that one, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just feeds the running back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Fires to the middle. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Manning. A little screen to the running back. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
This defense has played with a chip on its shoulder. Like they knew this guy was a great running back, and they took pride shutting him down today. So many guys near the line of scrimmage, so aggressive. Priority number one was stopping that great running back. And not only have they done that, he has negative yards rushing on the day.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. A shot toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one.